Okay, guys. I decided to do something different. Instead of rating the phone to 5 to 0 or 8 or whatever, gonna try to run a stress test. It's badly attempted as usual, but we'll try our best. Yes, dude. Well, we're also gonna be playing a video. Can't go into picture in picture? Why? Whatever, I'm gonna try to start a live stream then. And I'm gonna try to record the video. I'm also gonna play a game. I don't have a thermometer, so oh my god, dude. No. Oh my god. I keep acting the proximity sensor. Okay, let me just enable this. Okay, now we shouldn't turn off the screen. What? I can't even record videos during calls? Whatever, I'm just gonna play the game. I'm just gonna try to. Or maybe it's ended the stream because it triggers a proximity sensor or something. Maybe that's the reason. But we're gonna try to play the game while we're on the live stream if it even works. I'm gonna have the camera turned on. That would have simulated the now we have the live stream on, so we're gonna leave it for a couple minutes. Maybe even play some games. Oh, it's getting a little hot, but not that much, which is interesting. But it's only been a minute or two, so now I don't have a thermometer to check temperature, but I can estimate it's like 80 something degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, well, welcome, Peter Olive. Welcome to the live stream. And it's an attempt to stress out the phone by You remember watching my videos showing the logos and funding credits? Yeah, I used to do that stuff, huh? It's like 2023 era, basically. That's what I'm gonna call it. Because I did this for all of 2020. Oh, I see the problem here. Conflicting. It's conflicting. And so basically it's when I've NJPBS is shutting down in 2026. What does NJ mean? Like, honestly, want to know, to be honest. New Jersey? Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. But yeah. I wonder why they're shutting it down there. I've never been to New Jersey. But yeah, I'm not sure what to do. Because. Oh, WNet group. Now I'm not sure what to do. Because I'm trying to get this to like over here, I guess. But I guess you can't really do that with a budget phone because they said that they're shutting down due to cut funding from Donald Trump since we know the Corporation for Public Broadcasting also closed down. Wait, they closed down as well? I don't understand. Everything's shutting down at this point. We're gonna try this game because it's more intensive and should put a good deal of stress on the GPU. So that'll get its temperature to raise. September 30th, 2025 is shut down. Oh, that means it's been shut down for a while. Well, only a couple days actually. But since the Snapchat ordeal is not working, I'm gonna replace it with a video test. Yeah, GBH2. I used to watch that. But now the last time I watched it though, like it only had like kid shows in the morning and then the rest I don't remember, to be honest. But I used to watch GBH2. But I didn't really use that for my videos. I used a different GBH channel, like must have been the PBS Kids 24/7 channel. Yeah. Yeah, GBH Kids, the 24/7 Kids channel. Alright, thanks for stopping by in this awfully attempted stream. Now the phone is bogging down. It's like lagging. Maybe GPU usage, I guess. Because it's more like... I feel the phone getting a little hot too. Nah, what's... I don't want to buy Robux. Shut up. Get out of here. Shut up, get out of here. Oh my god. That seriously just flipped the fucking camera. On before... Oh, you remember watching my cyber case cards videos? Yeah. Oh yeah, Nelvana and WNet 13 logos. I remember the Nelvana logo more than the 13 logos because I grew up with Nelvana. Most likely when I used to watch Max and Ruby, like my childhood, basically, but there was the Nelvana logo, and on some other Nick Jr. shows. Let's go, Una. I don't know, to be honest. I can't remember the last time I ever did, but I definitely did post a video on it. Huh? What is this? Okay, it gave me a message. It gave me a message. I think that... I think the message says that something, I don't know. What game can we play though? I'm for sure gonna play this game. This doesn't seem like intensive, so we could try that game. Then what even is... Oh my god, it's the message again. It says, okay, in case you don't understand Spanish, it says, wait until your phone cools down before recording a video. So it's definitely overheating that it doesn't want to record videos anymore. So I think that's it for attempting the stress test. We're trying to used to watch Max and Ruby as well. It was on Paramount Plus, and there's a show called Pecola. I'm gonna try to download 3D Mark and then see what I can do. Since my other phone is overheating, you might want to try turning the brightness down and change the timeout settings. Well, actually that was the goal the whole time. It was just overheat it, because it was basically a stress test. But I'm trying to see what I can do with it to. Yeah, I'm aware that it will keep it cool, but the goal was to overheat it the whole time. So, but I don't think I overheated it enough. Well, I mean, I did trigger one of its safety mechanisms though, so now it's back to Snapchat for. ¿Tú hay ni visión WNI, Telemundo, Nueva Inglaterra? Yeah, I know what those are, cause yeah, my family is also Spanish, so they watch those channels a lot. But yeah, I do know what they are. Latino? Honestly, we're more like Salvadorian. Don't. Oh my god, are you fucking serious? And it's not even finished. What are. Okay, this is not gonna go well. I can already tell. It's not. You could say something like that because I was born in America and then my family's originally from El Salvador, so. But yeah, I did hear that 3D Mark is a way to stress the phone, so. But if like, I don't really know that much about ethnicities though, so bear with me on that. Okay, I keep triggering the proximity sensor. Let me turn on the. What's my opinion on Mexican American culture and food? It's pretty. It's an interesting culture. I originally was like, didn't really know much about it, but like, it is good culture. But yeah, hopefully this will work this time. Graphics test. Now we're getting like 6 FPS. And it's probably go lower at 5 or 4. 9? No. Interesting. Now I don't have a thermometer to check the actual temperature of this thing, but do I pupusa? Yeah, I do. And funny thing is, I actually was eating some earlier before I came on here. Those are really good. But let me tell you, my high school has horrible like my high school is horrible at making them. Like they serve them sometimes, but they're like so ass compared to the ones my family makes at home. Like, but we got our overall score 1263. That's not bad, I guess. Oh, that was a short version I just ran just now. But I'm gonna try to do the 20-minute version. This is the actual stress test. Oh yeah, by the way, the picture-in-picture view disabled because the phone is getting really hot. But I think that there was like a way to check the temperature before, if you were playing a game, of course. But I don't know where that went. I'm guessing it's because it doesn't detect this as a game, even though it's like a gaming stress test. But yeah, my other phone on the Snapchat call is 21%. I'm gonna. So tips for an overheating phone according to Verizon. Try turning it off and back on again. Another way to reduce brightness and timeout settings. And number two, you may receive warnings on your phone about the temperature. The only warning I received from this phone was that it has to cool down before recording the fucking camera video. And I've never gotten that before. Trust me, I recorded a ton of videos with my S24 FE. I was even at like a graduation event recording like practically the whole event, and my phone was pretty hot, but it didn't even give me any warnings about temperature. Let alone even any temperature warnings at all. But for this phone to be receiving them is crazy. I'm gonna try to. There was an error? What the fuck? How's there an error? Or maybe it's because I interrupted it in some way. Or I'm gonna try to navigate. I'm gonna try to start navigation to someplace. Okay. I got navigation, so it looks like this test lasts a minute, like the graphics test, and then just go loop 20 times on this version of the stress test. 20 minutes. Oh. Oh, you guys see the flash. May have heard on the news that a family in Ohio claimed that their iPhone 4 set on fire overnight while their kids were sleeping upstairs. Yeah, I've seen a lot of like phones burning down, like while charging, and almost burning down the whole house. Like, I can't find it now, but there was this one video of like someone's HTC phone spontaneously like burning while charging overnight. And I don't know what HTC was doing because, like, but that video was trying to suggest a correlation between charging overnight and battery exploding. It may have been true before because, like, phones back then, they didn't really have like any sensors to tell when to stop charging. But people are like mixed based on that still. Oh yeah, I have heard about the Note 7. It's the one phone I don't want to get. Some say that it was because of like a faulty battery, but others suggest it was because like Samsung tried to put like a big battery and it seemed kind of crammed in there. Yeah, but now they're like playing it safe with the batteries now because they've kept these phones with 5,000 milliamp hour batteries. Except for my S24 FE, that was a 4,700 milliamp hour. And Samsung, I don't think there's any way they're gonna go for silicon carbon. I mean, people are saying that they're playing it safe, but like, even if they weren't, silicon carbon is this China thing because they're the only ones that adopted it. But I don't know about the US using it anytime soon. 20% of my A12, which is the phone that A14 5G is on the call with. But yeah, I got a game running right now. So it feels pretty hot, but I don't have a thermometer to check. Or this will be my your last question. Oh, what's my opinion on Metro by T-Mobile and Cricket Wireless? I never really used Cricket before, but I'm an active Metro by T-Mobile user. But we have used T-Mobile before, but it was too pricey, so we switched to Metro by T-Mobile. But yeah, I'm actually not entirely sure like how to stress this ain't for. I don't think I even can, to be honest, because I mean I for one am like this is a budget phone, so I don't think you can really do anything to stress out a budget phone's chipset because it's like less powerful than that of a flagship. So okay, maybe this will do it. I started screen sharing in this Snapchat call. Yesterday you watched Super Duper Bunny League on Nickelodeon 9:30 a.m. No, watch Nickelodeon. Do I have it? Well, I used to watch Nickelodeon, but I hadn't really been able to watch it ever since my family switched out of DirecTV. Wait, we had not used DirecTV since 2021, and we've been using the antenna TV thing. It catches channels, and Nickelodeon is not one of them. They're on like, what do you call it? Like satellite TV. So yeah, yeah. Nickelodeon is only available on like satellite TV or streaming services or whatever. But oh, pay television. Yeah, pay television is like one of the things I'm like confused about. The terms that I'm confused about, along with pay per view. Like, I never really knew what that was. You can find Nickelodeon and Nick Jr. shows on Paramount Plus. I guess I guess we're moving. I guess a lot of shows are moving there, huh? Because is there even an appeal for for pay television anymore? Because there's a bunch of streaming services now. Oh! I feel it. I feel it getting hot. It's definitely hotter. Yeah, I think that's doing it. Yeah. Maybe you can overheat a budget phone. Despite the man, I really wish I had a thermometer because oh, okay, my bad there. I had to sneeze. But yeah, I wish I had a thermometer because I bet that this phone would be like I bet it's over like 90 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Like I bet it's over that right now. But so far it's holding up. I mean, it doesn't give me any thermal warnings or anything like that. But I have no idea if it's still on the navigation because, or I think it turned it off actually because it's well over 85 degrees. I can only give like a rough estimation of temperature right now. But yeah. We're on loop 5 out of 20, so 5 minutes have passed and it's holding up. I wonder what happened. I wonder how fast the battery drain would be if it did. Okay, so it had fast battery drain when it was like pretty low, so I wonder how fast it would be with this stress test going on. We're now 15 already. And it was barely charging because it was pretty hot. So that's usually how it is. Because I would game a lot on my phone, and the phenomenon of battery drain when it's really low, like I have that same problem on my S24 FE. Like if it gets like below like a certain percentage, like it could be 8, sometimes 8%, sometimes it's 6, sometimes it's even 12. But like if it gets below that, it would start draining like quickly. And if I played a game and it was pretty intensive and then it was draining that quickly and then I put it on the charger, it would continue to drain. And actually one time I had it on 1% and then I plugged it in, but then it said 0%, but it stayed on. So then I just exited the game because like it would just shut off anyways, even on the charger, because it would drain faster than it would charge. But I'm not sure why it happens, to be honest. It's probably because of like of something the battery indicator, like probably badly calibrated. But oh my. It's 8:09 p.m. right now, and I seriously do not have anything better to do, to be honest. But so far, the screen share is holding up too. Yeah, so far it's not paused the screen sharing. Although it's pretty crazy how I just put a question mark in the title, like questioning if it was actually gonna be a stress test, and it did end up being a stress test. Just that in the thermometer, because like and I'm also gonna be using it for my battery drain test, like from that point forward. But yeah, thermometer during battery drain tests, like I'm not sure who inspired it, but like some quite a few battery drain test people are using it, but I'm not sure like who was the first one to adopt it. Like from what I remember, like I first saw it on Your Tech Guide's videos. Like he used to do the battery drain test. Like actually, he was the person who got me into them in the first place. Okay. We're on 14% now. Yeah, I'm like somewhat tired now, but oh yeah, you can see my hand. We're on 13 now. That for sure does not like the navigation. Like I remember Okay, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I remember that this battery life kept degrading because, like, it got 7 hours and 13. Okay, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I'm like getting so much tired. But yeah, I remember that this phone got 7 hours and 13 minutes once on the battery drain test. With that on One UI 6.1, like, but that was done back in March of that year. Of this year, actually. Why did I say that year? Because it was literally on the same year. And then the next one I did was in May, and then it went down to just right on 7 hours. And then in the one after One UI 7.0, it's 6 hours and 51 minutes. Loop 13 out of 20. It just began loop 13 out of 20. I am going to be right back. We're on 12% now. And we're on loop 15 out of 20. And the score is definitely going to be lower because, like, because it's really high, it's not going to be able to sustain the score it got previously. But I'm not complaining because that means it's like, oh, and now we're on 11%. Woohoo, it's probably, this race probably not going to make it. It was actually pretty interesting. It's like draining faster now. Now you understand the phenomenon, right? Oh, oh, what's that? What's that? Why is it green? Oh no. Why is it green? Why the fuck is it green? I don't know what happened. But it's only showing that way for the person who's watching, which is actually me because I'm using my Galaxy A12. We're now on 10%. Oh, and we got the location icon. Oh, it went away and then came back. Surprisingly, it hasn't done anything to try to cool down, other than slightly throttling the CPU that's not powerful to begin with. But it's still red. Green. Green, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm probably saying red because the battery icon is red. Loop 18 out of 20. Did I read the question over MGM plus HBO and Showtime? I used to watch it. I remember, I think I watched HBO once. Yeah, I watched HBO because, like, I remember at the time it was like that Sesame Street was airing on HBO. Like, 2016, 2017 mornings on Saturdays, I guess. Like, I remember those times. Like, oh, it's raining. It's so unresponsive. And, oh my god, and what was I supposed to do? It was unresponsive. It was unresponsive, alright? What was I supposed to do? But that didn't fix. Well, fix it on the. On here, fixed, but up here it did not fix. It's still green. Oh yeah, Pinky Dinky Doo was also airing on there as well. I don't want to close 3D markets responding, bruh. Oh my god, 3D markets responding. What are you doing? Don't give me misinformation. I do not care if it's not responding, dude. It's literally responding. I don't know what it's doing there. It's... We're on 8% now, though, so... This stress test is gonna run till the phone dies, and then... Don't ask why I still have Facebook installed. No, dude. I want the stress test. I don't want because it's 20 minutes long, and then the wildlife just only lasts 1 minute. Yeah, there we go. I think I skewed the stress test a little bit because of that thing that happened. Oh yeah, hopefully it works this time because last time it didn't work because the 3D mark is not 3D mark is not responding. Dialogue popped up for no apparent reason. Well, hello, Peter Olive. But his phone is holding up through all the stress, which is interesting. But yeah, it made the. And now it's back. It's back. I think it's a problem with the encoding or something. Whoa, it looks pretty trippy. The greening. We're on 7% now. Hold on a second. It's gonna be pretty hard to bring down the bar. Sorry, you have to talk to your mom. It's all good. But I used to have Xfinity watching Nickelodeon Sprout. And you remember seeing Astro Blast on NBC Kids on NBC 10 in Philadelphia? Well, that's pretty interesting to hear. Wait, is Xfinity affiliated with Comcast? Because I actually use Comcast internet. That's interesting to hear. We're on now 6%. Greetings from Camden, New Jersey. Well, greetings to you from Boston, Massachusetts. And during all this, the A12, them using for chat calls on 16%. Oh yeah, by the way, I have this battery meter. I might like use it in the battery drain test so I don't have to like bring down the notification center. But I'm not sure about what if it crashes though. Oh god, I'm gonna have to stop the stress test to up the brightness if once it dims when it hits 5%. And it just did. Wait, it just gave me a message. In Philadelphia, our TV stations are 6 ABC, Fox 29, YTV, CBS, Philadelphia, and 10 Philly. Are the numbers like the numbers of the channels? No. Oh, I think I just remember what that message was for. Oh, it's the brightness. Or actually, wait, no, the flash actually. Because it disabled it due to the battery being low. Because you can't really use the flashlight once it hits 5%. Or 15 for using it in the camera app. Oh, WHYY. But yeah, 5% battery. I'm gonna up the brightness though. If the notification center even decides to come down. Alright, dude, we got the brightness up all the way. Oh my god. But we're on 4% now. Oh, it is a PBS station. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I know now. That is. If I can heat up a budget chipset to this high of a temperature, I can't imagine what I would be able to do with a flagship one. But I mean, yeah. It actually took me a while to realize that. Actually, it took me a while to realize that all PBS stations use like a. It's like four letters for depending on the state. But they all like start with W. And I'm trying to share my screen, but it's not sharing. And during all this, it got down to 3%. Oh, and they just gave me a low battery on the A12. You've heard about Univision 65 and Telemundo 62? Yeah. I think there was also another one called There was a channel called V Plus. There was Noah Weather Radio. And I don't really know what it is, to be honest. And we're on 2% now, and this is definitely powering off soon. It's probably gonna power up for loop 5. That's my estimation. And it definitely then better charge the phone is gonna die. I'm aware it's gonna die. I just wonder how it's gonna do on powering off, because I was wondering how laggy the animation is gonna be, because it had pretty heavy resource usage before it would die. So yeah, quick grab charger. Oh, and we just hit 1%. I wonder what is. I wonder if its phone is gonna struggle on the animation before it when it dies, because oh, we're on loop 4 now and the phone is on 1%. But oh, oh my god. Honestly, I can't imagine how many times I'm gonna be like, oh my god, it's gonna die. Where's the charger? Like, whereas normal people would just plug it in with like 20. Oh, it's on loop 5. It made it to loop 5. And then. But yeah, I am the normal person plugging it in when it's a reasonable charge, like 20%. Sometimes even 15. But on occasions, I just get it down to the single digits. I don't really treat my main phone this way, like letting it die. But since I played the Nintendo Switch, honestly, I think I remember at one point wanting the Nintendo Switch OLED, and then I realized that the Xbox Series X would appeal to me more, and turns out it did, because to be honest, I'm not really that much into Nintendo, and so I think I made a good decision to get the Xbox Series X instead of the Nintendo Switch. And as for the Xbox, I actually also have an Xbox 360. It's sitting right there. I mean, you can't really see it, but it's sitting right there. Let me turn on the flash real quick, and then yeah, you can barely see it, but it's right. Oh, Noah radio station is a 24-hour owned by the National Weather Service. Well, that's interesting. I didn't really know that. But the 3DS, Wii, and Wii U, I never owned any of those. But one of my cousins owned the Wii, and I remember being at his house and then playing New Super Mario Bros. And I actually once played the DS version. I actually have a ROM of the DS version played on the drastic PS4 or PS5. I never owned any PlayStations. I just owned an Xbox 360 and the Xbox Series X. That's about it. Think I remember at one point like that that I wanted a PS5 as a Christmas gift, but it was pretty hard to get one of these because like they're like all sold out and everything. But yeah, this phone just died, and I wish I could take its final temperature. But yeah, PS5 they were like pretty hard to get because like scalpers and everything, they just. I mean, that's what I heard. Like it was like COVID days. There was scalpers, and then they would like resell the consoles at like a pretty high price. Pretty high price, you know, like. In El Salvador is a TV rating system. First, you have, the first one you have is A for public. Then there's B for 12-year-olds. And oh, I forgot. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to show you like the perspective from the Snapchat call. It just ended. So only then it gave me like it reminded me of it. But yeah. So basically A is for all ages. B is for 12-year-olds. Are these like 12 and up, 15 and up? Or is it like, or are they just like, because I'm confused a little bit. Or it's kind of like the PG, G, NC-17 stuff, like, where it's like a certain age and up. They can watch these. And I can't really imagine any show being 21 and up. On what? What? Why the screen turn off? What's it doing here? Okay, that was weird. Why the screen turn off? And yep, you definitely did. This is it turned on. It's still hot to the touch. I mean, not like hot, but it's like warm. How my phone would be after playing Roblox for a while. You down the brightness. From here to here makes no difference. But you go from here to here, it does. But yeah, me and one of my friends would joke around about the Metro by T-Mobile jingle, because like when this phone turns off, it shows like the it's a potential danger that charge older devices causes damage to the battery if charging under sheets or pillow. Yeah, that's true. But like, you know, that reminds me that. You know, that reminds me that the like, there's actually this video of someone actually scientifically testing if charging your phone under a pillow would make it explode. well, like it didn't really explode, but like it most definitely did cause overheating because like the heat's trapped in the pillow. It's like blocked, no way to escape. It actually advise it also advises against like using laptops under pillows because oh yeah, that's true. And there was actually also something like that on the Xbox 360 because where it would say like the Xbox 360 is shutting down due to insufficient like ventilation. I don't know the exact message it says, but yeah. And to be honest, the closest thing I ever got on my on any of my phones is like your phone is too hot, like, but that's just on the multi window, like it just like blocks you from using multi window. That's the closest thing I got on my phone to just an actual overheating mechanism. But it's staying for a long time on 1% while charging because like the battery indicator on this phone works a little differently. Where like it's on zero actually, but it displays it as 1%. And yeah, but yeah, Nintendo Switch definitely does overheat. Like, although I'm not really sure how it could. Maybe like maybe just like block the air vents in wherever they are. But yeah, the Xbox 360 does overheat. Surprised that mine didn't overheat because like we never took it apart and it's been left in stored somewhere for 6 years before I took it out. Like at like the beginning of the year. But yeah, hold on. It's phone is experiencing significant overheating symptoms like melting, smoking, odor, charring, or swelling. Then it's gotta be the battery, right? 1%. Uh, but yeah, if you saw this post that I made, like basically I received One UI 8.0 on my phone. That must bring the device's battery and all charging equipment to my local cell phone store for investigation. Yeah, millions of people did that with their Note 7s. Oh, okay. You weren't meant to do that. Yeah, I was trying to exit the app, but yeah, millions of people did that with their Note 7s. Like when they exploded, and then Samsung ended up being at fault here because they either didn't do enough testing and missed the fault in the battery, or they try to fill like a large capacity one into like a small chassis. But I only heard this from Apple Explained when I watched the Apple Explained video on why iPhones use small batteries, and then the guy recaps on the Galaxy Core Prime also caught fire. Oh, so honestly, honestly, I don't know. Like, I don't know of any Galaxy Core Primes catching fire. Oh yeah, I can see what. Yeah, I can see what you mean on the Core Prime catching fire. And then they assumed it was the Note 7. If this website is gonna load, then yeah, okay, it's not even loading, but yeah, you get the point. Oh yeah, we were talking about NBC, Nina's World, and the Chica Show. But that's kind of interesting how it's. Honestly, I never expected a Samsung phone other than the Note 7 to have exploded. Cause I thought I remember thinking it was a Note 7 thing. 'Cause- but I did realize that it isn't when I've seen videos of talking about LG phones exploding as well. Where I was muted? Yeah, I was actually muted first. Yeah, I was muted for a second, but I actually didn't say anything underneath it though. But yeah, but yeah, I was thinking it was a Note 7 thing, but I realized it isn't when I read articles about LG phones exploding as well. Yeah, Nokia Lumia 635 and then LG Fortune and LG Escape Plus. Yeah. I remember the old Cricket startup sound was interesting. I remember searching out videos on that, but I never really used it myself. And I used to have an LG Style 4 that I would use. It's been long since gone from my channel. Like, my Style 4, I got rid of back in 2022 for reference. But yeah, the phone has cooled down slightly. 2012 version, the Cricket used to run 4G LTE. I remember like Cricket 4G LTE startup animation. I think that was the best one. It was on the S4. The ZT phones also had it. Yeah, 'cause I never really used ZTE. Wait, do ZTE even make phones anymore? I can't even tell. They do. Wait, hold on, me. I got friends that are phone collectors, and they most definitely have some ZTEs and Kyocera's. ACC's Desire 510. That's actually pretty close. The numbers actually pretty close to the one I used to have. But mine was the ACC Desire 530, and that was on Metro PCS when it was Metro PCS. Oh, alright. Were you just like listing every phone you had? So there's the LG K7 and J3. Oh, I had a J3 Prime too, but it's been long gone since 2019. Like, cause like the screen, it was like broken, it like shattered, but it got even more broken. Cause like there were like black spots on the screen, and because like like some parts of the LCD got damaged from the impacts. And then LG Aristo 2 and 3. I had an LG Aristo 2. I never actually told anyone that, but that was actually my first phone. Actually, no, the Gate 3 Prime was my first phone. Because I got that phone in the summer of 2018, and then I got the LG Aristo 2 for my 10th birthday. That's and honestly, that's crazy how that was 7 years ago, and now I'm 17, and hmm. But yeah, I think I'm good. You also have LG K51, and then the LG K51, Moto G7 Play, and you also had a Galaxy A12. That's pretty interesting. You also had the like what carrier was the A12 on though? Did you also get it on Metro like me? Oh, yours was also Metro? Nice. Oh, my best wildlife score is 1263. Yeah, that was from when I ran the test once. But yeah, I have not used any other carriers before other than T-Mobile and Metro. But but I know someone on YouTube that's really into T-Mobile because like so much so they have it on like practically every phone they have. Like they even still have a Galaxy Note 4 on T-Mobile. also the Galaxy A03, Galaxy J2 on Metro. Well, you have so many Metro phones, and my dad also has a Galaxy A15 5G. I actually featured it a few times in my videos. When I did like a startup shutdown startup race between the A14 5G and the A15 5G. And then so it was like this video right here is like, and then oh yeah, it was the Metro PCS. Hello, hello, hello. I can't do that voice. Yeah, but I mostly remember the wireless for all one. Yeah. Back then when it was called Metro PCS, like we didn't really have any phones on Metro PCS when it was called that. But the LG Arista 2 and Style 4 were the only ones that had on that had a Metro while still in the Metro PCS era. Oh yeah. That reminds me that actually I have a video that I posted to YouTube back in 2017 of of that of the Metro PCS. Let's see if I can try to find it and look. Oh yeah, Eke Sabe Sabe. Welcome, you just got introduced to my oldest channel, still up on YouTube. And this is how long it was uploaded. 2017. Like, and this was recorded using a J3 Prime. Honestly, I would be surprised if this particular commercial was advertising the J3 Prime. Cause channel is called Gaming Mobile. Cause I think that it was meant to be like a gaming channel, but it never was. Cause I actually uploaded 3 videos on that same day, and then just never uploaded anything else ever again. Surprised I even knew how to upload back then. And Yeah, you can imagine how that went. Cause, but like for the most part though, like that they were pretty interesting slogans. Honestly, now that I think about it, I wish I had also gotten a video of the "That's Genius" slogan in the Spanish commercial. But at least I got the Spanish version of Wireless figured out. But yeah, those were the those were the only like something to smile about. I remember it was like those like I would see a lot of those like cricket commercials, like the little like fluff balls, like the little talking smile because you're on cricket. It was like some of the like those little fluff balls that were like walking around saying shit. Like it was a cricket commercial. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you could say the mascots. Yeah, I remember seeing a lot of those commercials. Dante and Ramon. But they have names? I didn't know they had names. But I play a ton of games on Roblox. But a lot of these. A lot of these games are already starting to go into spooky month. Because it's October. And I remember on Roblox when Spooky Month used to be like a thing I'd try to like go into my favorite games and complete the events for. Yeah, pretty iconic commercials, not gonna lie. Oh, Duolingo. Oh yeah, I remember using that. Yeah, Spanish class. I used that. I used that shit. Oh my god. Oh, Nature Cat. I remember first grade, like, yeah, first grade we'd watch PBS Kids, and then and one of my classmates was really into Nature Cat and Wild Kratts because he loves animals. Like, but I'm like, but I'm still pretty sad about what they did to Nature Cat because they just like canceled Nature Cat because they switched like animation companies and like the one they switched to made the animation pretty laggy and cheap. Like they did a horrible job on it. Like, and then they did the same thing with Daniel Tiger. Like, and I was like so confused why they did that with the animations. Cause like it's not like they were trying to make some kind of stop motion animation or whatever it is. Like, but it kind of feels like one, but with just higher frames per second. Like, I don't know why they switched the animation groups. And and what's Chip and Potato? Is it like a Netflix original? Yeah. Oh, Yowza animation. Seems that's the problematic one, cause cause that's what the producers at Nature Cat. That's what the Nature Cat producers switched to Yowza, and then they made the animations like laggier. And I think they also cheaped out on the Daniel Tiger animations because they got the same treatment. I can't even. A young pug girl with a mouse named Potato and who has a toy as a brother named Spud and has a mom and dad who's a police officer. It's a Netflix show. Interesting. I might watch it someday. A Super Duper Bunny League was made by the same people who made Bubble Guppies. I might like check it out one day. And Johnny Belt and Robert Skull. Interesting names, to be honest. And honestly, speaking of Bubble Guppies, so I'm not sure if they're even making new episodes anymore. The Bubble Guppies teamed up with Baby Shark's Big Show. And you saw them turning into sharks. That's pretty interesting, but us. Oh yeah, Word World. They used to honestly Word World like I remember like it's pretty funny how like all the objects, all the props were like made out of words that like make up the actual object. It was pretty interesting how they made the characters. You know, bubble guppies are basically like mermaids and stuff, but like they have fins. So I think at some point you expected them to be sharks, but I honestly I didn't know that that actually became a thing. But honestly, I've not watched uh uh I've not watched Nick Jr. since 2021. Okay, okay, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I was looking at an Instagram, not Reddit post, so I just exited out of the. It just exited out like the live, like disconnected for a moment. So that's what that's what happened. Cause I was not aware that would happen. So yeah, you get the idea. Like, oh, now we're getting into kid shows on Disney. The latest thing I heard about Disney is that they're shutting down Hulu. Yeah, I have heard about Bluey though. To answer your question, Sophia the First. I think I also I think I also heard about it. I don't know what obstruction is. I never heard of that one. Tots. I think I heard about it, but I was like I don't exactly remember. But I think I've only briefly heard about it, at best. it was a ripoff of Rubble and Crew, and it was a spin-off of Paw Patrol. Yeah, honestly, I love Paw Patrol, and Paw Patrol is movies. You, you used on the first film. You used to enjoy having chicken nuggets. Yeah, I honestly it's been a while since I had chicken nuggets because I always like. I remember I used to to just I don't really eat those every day, but I remember I'd eat them sparingly, and then it just turned to just me just not eating them at all. But frozen chicken nuggets though, they're they're decent if you know how to properly heat them, because the microwave, it's the middle ones get cold, are still cold after being in the microwave. I heard shopper at a grocery store, New Jersey, but it's also in Connecticut. I don't really go to Hartford. So, honestly, I've been once to Wawa and ShopRite. So I'm guessing they're not available in my area because I've not heard about them. But have you ever heard of a grocery store called BJ's? Because it's basically like a grocery store, but they have the aisles set up as if you're in a something like the Home Depot, like oh yeah, those warehouse type grocery stores. But yeah, I was there. Yeah, I was there once. I mean, if you saw my video on testing testing a speaker, which I don't really know why I cut the video short, to be honest, because honestly, it didn't seem like that the employee that was walking by even cared.
So, oh yeah, so I'm like spacing out because to be honest, it's getting pretty late. It's like 9:28 p.m. It's gonna start to get pretty late, so I'm gonna end off the stream here. But I'm glad that I came back to streaming after a long time because, and to be honest, like I used to stream a lot, but like I stopped because there was like issues like lag and like awful audio and crashing streams, like, and even like getting pixelated sometimes. But yeah, I'm glad to be streaming again. But I'll stream on a different day. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.